Hello everyone. What is the first thing that comes to mind when we hear of PSU as a theme? When we think of a public sector company, we think of various companies that are extremely important to the holistic growth story of India. Think of all the public sector banks which have such a large reach across India. Think of the defense industry, which is such an important driver for national safety. Think of the power and utilities companies which ensure that we get regular power supply in our homes. And last but not the least, think of them in such key areas like minerals, metals, coal, oil, and gas. What are the inherent advantages that a PSU company enjoys? First and foremost, one does not need to worry about aspects like cost of borrowing. The other major advantage that PSU companies tend to enjoy is that across many of the segments where they are present, whether it be utilities, defense, coal, oil and gas, they tend to enjoy very large market shares, which makes it good from a competitive intensity point of view. When we speak of PSU as a theme, it is not just restricted to a few small sectors. It includes many sectors like banks, oil and gas, power utilities, logistics, defense, metals and mining. The biggest reason we believe why PSU is a good theme at this point of time is that over the last 10 years, one of the major issues faced by some of the sectors in the PSU space has been the challenges in their respective business cycles, which has now shown a great improvement. If we look at some of the major industries like say banking, we all know that the entire industry went through an NPL recognition phase and PSU institutions suffered a lot. Today, we are in a far more comfortable situation as far as the credit cost, recognition of the non-performing loans is concerned. There is also a good amount of consolidation in this space taking place, which augurs well for the health of the PSU financial segment. Unfortunately, because of the current geopolitical crisis going on worldwide, India also as a nation has no choice but to spend more on defense programs and also have more indigenization. The defense PSU production is now incrementally increasing on a year-on-year basis, and this augurs well for the health of the defense industry, both from national security and also order book perspective. Power generation is a space that is mainly dominated by PSU players. Power demand has been on a rise of late, and today we are once again staring at a situation where there could be a higher demand for power than supply. All of this combined with stable business profiles gives it a lot more comfort. Apart from this, there are many other sectors which had suffered greatly during the last few years and are now in a better shape from a demand and supply perspective. Many of the industries belonging to the PSU basket are all necessary consumables directly or indirectly for people of the country on a regular basis, which means that the demand over the next few years is likely to be stable. Historically, PSU companies also tend to pay good dividends, which is always beneficial to all the stakeholders involved. All of this combined with reasonable valuations gives us good comfort on this PSU space. From a risk perspective, since all the PSUs have a single owner, there could be some short-term policy risk at times based on certain prevailing scenarios. However, there are also a lot of PSU companies having strong managements, and our focus would be to back the public sector organizations where there is a strong management as well as comfort on the respective industry. We will be following a long-term stock selection approach as a part of this theme, and the theme is an option for an investor who would aim to benefit from the improving growth and business cycle in the PSU basket along with reasonable dividend yields on top of it. Wish you all a very happy investing experience. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.